Good morning ma, welcome to Alpha Online Education. Commerce theory part for the second year's English medium. The chapter that we are dealing with, that is the sixth chapter, setting up a business. So this is the third session of the chapter. So in the previous session we have discussed the initial preliminary stages. So in this stage we see the implementation stage, how we have to implement the setting up of a business. Okay. So here the second stage in the promotion of a venture is the implementation stage. So the second stage for the promotion means for the development of a venture or small scale enterprise. The second stage is here, that is the implementation stage. It comprises of 12 steps and details are explained below. And these implementation stage consisting of totally 12 steps. Okay, in order to implement the venture we have to cross the 12 steps, then we can implement the venture. So here step 1, statutory license or clearance. So statutory license or clearance means the first license or the clearance certificate we require in order to start our activities, right? So, various administrative bodies have been set up to consider the request for the issue of industrial license, import of capital equipment, foreign capital, etc. In order to give the permission of permission in the form of industrial license or industrial clearance. For that purpose, various administrative bodies are being set up. Okay, various administrative bodies have been set up to give the permission according to the request of the entrepreneur. They will give the permission by issuing the industrial license, and they give the license for the import of capital equipment and for the foreign capital or collaborations. Okay, these bodies are expected to decide the request within the stipulated time limit. So these bodies will decide within a specific time limit. These bodies will decide whether we have to grant the permission or we should have to disapprove the proposal. So within the specified time limit, these administrative bodies will take the decision. If they are satisfied, then they will issue the license. If they are not satisfied, then they will cancel the license. So the industrial license is issued on furnishing evidence that the prescribed conditions are fulfilled. So what the industrial license indicates here means, if the license is issued to the entrepreneur, it means that he has filled all the conditions, whatever the conditions that are required for the issuing of the license, that prescribed conditions have been fulfilled by the entrepreneur. So if these administrative bodies are issuing that license, it means that the entrepreneur has given total submitted and given total things, what are the forms are required for the sanctioning or for the issuing of the license, what are the documents are there, that is completely fulfilled by the entrepreneur. A license from the Government of India is necessary for the manufacture of many articles included in the Schedule 2 IRD Act 1951. So in order to manufacture so many things in India, they should have the license is needed. According to IDR Act 1951, for certain types of goods are there in that act. For such types of goods, the license is a mandatory thing. After these, step 1, after getting the statutory license, the step 2 here, that is arrangement of finance. Now the finance requirement should have to be fulfilled. So term loan, long-term requirement for acquiring fixed assets. So the term loans are taken to purchase or to buy the fixed assets. Means those assets which are used for a long period of time, those assets are known as fixed assets, such as land building, plant machinery, these all are fixed assets. Bridge loans. So bridge loan is a loan that is between the term loan and between the working capital. So what it do, loan is granted for the short duration. Okay, these bridge loans are granted for a period of short duration till the term loan is sanctioned, till the entrepreneur apply for the term loan and that application will become sanctioned. Up to that period, the entrepreneur will have the bridge loan facility. And afterwards, working capital, short term advances of working capital in the form of cash, credit, bills facility. Okay, just like bill discounting, these all are facilities, yes, are there now, credit bills, yes. So those things are there, bill of exchange, these all fall under the category of short term advances, promissory notes. So these are required for the day-to-day working capital, means in order to purchase daily raw material, in order to pay daily wages. For these purposes, whatever the daily requirements are there, in order to fulfill that, we require the working capital. Okay, next, step 3, application for financial assistance. Now we have to apply for the financial assistance. See, after the project is finalized, provisional registration and other formalities are completed, the entrepreneur has to submit an application for financial assistance. Okay, along with the project report to the financial institution, bank, for a term loan. So after the formalities of registration, okay, finalization of the project and the provisional registration is completed and other formalities are also completed, after that the entrepreneur should have to apply for the financial assistance to the financial institutions or the banks in order to get these term loans. Okay, in order to get these term loans, they have to submit some of the forms and applications to the financial institutions or to the banks, right? Yes, to the financial institutions and banks. Enclosed with the application for term loans. So in order to get the term loan, the following documents have to be enclosed, means they have to furnish these following documents. Copy of the project report. The copy, what is the copy is there regarding the project, that copy of the project report. Copy of the partnership deed, memorandum and article of association. Okay, if it is a partnership business, then that partnership deed and memorandum of association, article of association, that should have to be furnished. Okay, so quotations in respect of plant and machinery. So how much cost plant and machinery you are going to purchase, those things have to be correctly quoted. Copy of the possession receipt agreement to lease in respect of land. If you are taking anything on the lease basis, you don't have sufficient money to purchase, in such case you have entered into a lease agreement. Okay, lease agreement, in that case you have to submit that agreement document also. Income tax assessment order. So whatever the income tax you are paying regularly, that assessment order also you have to be submit, or income tax clearance relating to partners or directors. So related with the partners or directors, there will be income tax clearance that is issued by the income tax department, that should also be submitted to the bank or financial institutions in order to get the financial assistance. Copy of the proposed building plan. If you are not going to hire, if you are not going to hire, or if you don't want to take anything on the lease basis, in that case you are going to plan a building. At that time you have to submit the proposed plan building also. Copies of balance sheet and profit and loss account for the previous years relating to the associated consent, if any of the promoters. So copies of balance sheets and the profit and loss account of the previous years should have to be submitted. After submitting these all things, if the bank gets satisfied or the financial institution gets satisfied, then it will issue the term loan. So this is about the 3 steps, and the remaining steps we will discuss in the next session.